Hey everybody, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. On today's lesson, I just want to show you what you might look like if you don't want to look like a tactical hobo. You maybe want to go up towards business casual or business attire, and you still want to carry a significant toolkit. Throwing targets are lightweight, weatherproof, take thousands of rounds of shooting, and make shooting fun. Pick up a set for your next range trip. So I wanted to show you today, I went out, I'm going to back up here so you can see all of me, and I went out to lunch with some friends in a soft, non-permissive environment. So this is what I look like. 100% here, I'll kind of step in just a little bit so you can see me. I want you to be able to see my feet in a little bit. The lighting here is gonna get a little bit weird, but so I am wearing a button-up shirt, one of our fancy ASP logo ones in green. I'm wearing a pair of slacks with a regular dress belt on it and a pair of leather shoes. And I look like a pretty normal guy. So I'm gonna say, okay, here is kind of me in a non-permissive environment. Now by a non-permissive environment, I don't mean a place that it's illegal to carry a firearm, okay? I mean a place where there might be high social consequences, like maybe your office that you have doesn't allow firearms, or you're among people who, if you got caught, would have a high social problem, or those kinds of things would have a high social cost. So here's me. I literally just came home. I have not tweaked anything. I have not let anything be like super special. Here is me right here, and I just want you to ask the question, what tools is John carrying on his person right now? And do I look like somebody who is, tactical, ready to rock? I don't, right? And I didn't want to. So this is the first thing. So the first thing that you want to think about is that if you're going to be in an environment that you don't want to get made like that, well, then don't look like somebody who is carrying a bunch of tools, right? So if I had my 511 hat and, with the American flag on it and those things, and, I had a big imprint of a gun or something like that, well, then that would cause me problems, right? But instead, today, what do I look like? I look like somebody who is just a businessman who is out for his business, right? That's not super formal. I'm not wearing a suit or anything like that. This is pretty formal in Phoenix, actually. I was out at a lunch with some new friends, some business acquaintances, kind of doing some business stuff. So this is the way that I would look for something like that, because it gives me a little bit of kind of down low. Now, of course, somebody's gonna say, well, John, wait a minute, it's not very gray man with you wearing your corporate logo. Well, listen, anybody who knows the ASP corporate logo probably knows this face a whole lot more. In fact, I will say that the security person checking people in at the place that we were recognized me immediately, and didn't recognize me as a threat, recognized me as, oh, John from Active Self-Protection. We use your videos in our security team, and we're really grateful for who you are and what you do. And I was like, hey, great, man, that's awesome. It's really nice to meet you. I didn't catch your name. And off we went. But again, what do I look like here? I don't look like somebody who is a threat, and I don't look like somebody who is dangerous. And again, one more time, so ask yourself, okay, so what is John carrying here? And I know some people are gonna be like, I'm gonna guess, and I just want you to guess. Before we go any farther in the video, what am I carrying here in terms of self-defense? Ready, steady, go. Okay, so let's start with the stuff that you might have seen. So let's start in my pockets, right? So here in my left front pocket, I have a Palm OC, right? Now, one of the things that I do with this is I have a couple of these that are different color depending upon the outfit that I'm wearing. In particular, dark color here with dark color pants. So then that way, again, this little clip doesn't really get seen much. If you wanted a little more than that, you could put it down in your pocket. But for me, down in my pocket is my wallet and my car key. So yeah, I do have a Palm OC with me all the time. This one can get in soft non-permissive environments without too much issue. You're not gonna have a hard time. Of course, a true non-permissive environment, a courthouse, a federal building, something like that, you can get in trouble for this. I'm not telling you to break the law, and I'm not gonna encourage you to break the law at all, okay? So Palm OC. My right front pocket, well, of course, normally I keep my mobile device in there, so we're gonna put that bad boy down as well. Also have a very bright flashlight, currently carrying a Mod Light 18650 with a PLH V2 head. This is a lot of light. I've never seen anybody have a hard time with a flashlight. I've taken this flashlight on airplanes literally all over the world. I've taken it with me in court. I've taken it with me in police stations. Nobody has a hard time with this until you start talking about like visiting somebody in prison or something like that. And so, flashlight. Next, pen. I always keep a pen on me. think this is more just my life as an enlisted person than anything else, is having a pen on my person. I always got to have a pen on my person. So I'm going to guess a lot of people are thinking that I had a pocket gun on me. Well, I didn't. No pocket guns whatsoever. None of that stuff. Now, I know some folks might have said, well, wait a minute, John, you got these kind of wide pants, and so do you have an ankle gun on and you think that I'm carrying in an ankle gun? Sometimes that's the best solution, particularly for people if you're driving all day or if you were sitting in an office and that's the best thing for you. Sometimes that's the right answer. Not for me in this case, so I am going to take off my ankle first aid kit. And you guys know, we've shown this on the channel a whole bunch. This is legit, the Wilderness Tactical ankle cuff with all the stuff on it. I love this ankle medical kit and I carry it with me every single day. It's a very stout kit. Used it a couple times at car wrecks, never had to thankfully treat a gunshot wound, but it does show up in those kinds of things. So Raptor shears, 2 pairs of nitrile gloves. This is a soft T wide generation 4, probably time to upgrade that to a gen 5. We also have here, we have some hemostatic gauze, we have some compressed gauze, and 2 chest seals. That is my ankle first aid kit. If you buy these from Mountain Man Medical, completely filled without the Raptors in it as well, because those are expensive and we put the cheaper ones in there to keep the cost reasonable. Then proceeds to ask for that goes to charity. So 100% of proceeds on these go to that. First aid kit sits on my ankle. Now then, you go, okay, John, so what does that mean in terms of firearm? Well, I think there are times where you don't carry a firearm, quite frankly. But not me today. Of course not. So the reason that I actually left the wire for my mic hanging outside is I didn't want to undo all this and then redo all this. But a couple things here. Number one is that I have a regular belt on and it is a little loose. So this is just holding up my pants. There's very little pressure here. And of course, you guys know this is gonna end up showing up, is that what I have here is I have a full-size gun. I'm gonna pop this and show it to you. So what I have is I have an HK-P30 and a Filster Enigma. So you could kind of maybe see that this is a long-term gear review of a Filster Enigma. Now, I'm gonna straight up tell you, when you're carrying it like this, when you've got everything that is, you know, tucked in like that, you have pants that'll move a little bit, and these will move a little bit when you draw this up like this. It changes your draw stroke mechanics just a little bit. And what I end up doing here is diving behind the gun, going and getting the gun out from there, and then drawing it from that position. But, oh gosh, I'll just show it because I know some people are gonna be like, what? I don't wanna show you my chonies too much. But I want you to be able to see the fact that, yes, indeed, what we have here is my regular Theseus full-size P30. So there's that. Okay, so I do have a firearm on me. Now, I will say, what do I pay for with this level of concealment? I pay with my draw to first shot, all right? Of course, paying attention is great. We talk about this all the time. I can get on a good draw from this. I can't practice it a ton because every time you go to practice it, you then have to reset up all your concealment and tuck everything in and all that stuff. But you set that up, and I can get 1/6s regularly because I practice a lot, or practice my regular draw a lot, practice this one a little bit. 1/6s regularly, occasionally under 1.5 in live fire. And so, hey, guess what? There's that again, set all this up, and easy day. Now listen, I've been using the Filster Enigma since it came out. I got mine in November, so we're at 11 months now. And I've had a couple people ask me about a long-term review of it. For this kind of thing, when you want to dress like a non-hobo, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I will say they just updated the leg leash, and for me, that update is a good thing. If you don't have your leg leash exactly right, or over the day you have a little more water, you eat lunch, and so then you got a salt intake, and so you gain ½ pound of water, your body shape will change a little bit, and sometimes that leg leash will slip around a little bit, and the newer one does that a little bit less. Or if you go into their group, there is a whole bunch of people working around with like sport belts and stuff like that. For me, right here, you notice this again, I can sit here and turn again, I can go the other way again, and you go, wow, John isn't carrying a gun. There you go. This is a great way for you to carry in a non-permissive environment in a way that you don't look like a bum, that you don't look like everything is going weird in your life, and yet you can have a significant toolkit. So for me today, to wrap up, full-size firearm, flashlight, OC spray, good full-size ankle medical kit, and then my regular daily essentials, and you can do all that and not look like a bum. Hope it helps you to think about your concealment. Place that you can really think about this and talk about this. Filster is one of our sponsors. They're part of the Holster Consortium at Active Self-Protection. And John and Sarah Houtman have a great group on Facebook, the Filster Concealment Workshop. I would strongly encourage you to come and be a part of it. It is a very large group, so anything that you post in there is going to be kind of public knowledge, but it's a great resource for you as well to maybe do some things like this.